Okay, so I really wanted to talk about this topic, because I don't know, it kind of bothers me, okay? Um, I don't usually interact with people for obvious reasons, okay? But on the rare occasions when I, share my time with somebody, um, this usually happens, this activity, and, you know, it's it's almost disgusting, and I don't really understand why it's happening. And of course, I'm talking about, this phenomenon, when people make fun of other people, random strangers or whatever, for no reason whatsoever. Because, I don't know, they're bored, I guess. And this is what happened, right? So I was sitting at this bar or cafe, whatever it was, with these two older dudes, right? And it doesn't matter who passes by. I don't care if it's a random stranger or, I don't know, the waitress or somebody they know. They gotta comment. They gotta poke fun. They gotta, they have to say something that's, I don't know, a bit, egregious or whatever. They have to comment, right? It basically surmises to, I don't know, just making fun of people, gossiping, bad mouthing people. Oh, she's wearing this. It doesn't look good. This guy's kind of fat. I don't know, he's kind of goofy. This person, he drinks a lot or whatever. Look at that person. In, this constant, it's almost like reviewing people. And I was shocked to find out how this bothers me. It's so disgusting, right? To me, at least. And I don't understand why why people are engaging in this. And let me give you an example. I was sitting with these two older dudes, and they were talking shit about other people, and they were like, trying to get me in on the action. And I was like, bro, who cares, bro? Who cares if that guy is wearing a silly hat or whatever, right? I don't understand how people have this energy to do this. It's just like, I barely have the energy to breathe, right? I'm so drained. And here are these two losers, and they're just poking fun of people, to random people. Look at that guy's wearing, I don't know, look at that. That guy's weird. That guy's, looking goofy. Making all of these comments, reviews, appraising people, laughing and giggling at people for their, I don't know, for their shortcomings because they're not that attractive or whatever, making fun of people because they're poor or whatever, because they have a funny walk. I don't understand this. It's so tiring. It's exhausting, right? And my thesis is that people who engage in this, I don't know, this poking fun, bullying almost, appraising people, making fun of people. I think that those who do this, they're empty inside. They're not happy. They're not satisfied with themselves, with their lives, because this is what I always say. Somebody that's satisfied, gratified, happy, somebody that's content with his or her life, content with the world, doesn't go around, I don't know, shooting the shit, making fun of people. Like, I don't understand this activity, this phenomenon, right? If you are satisfied with your life, with yourself, everything is in place, you have a lot of things that you've always wanted, why would you do this? Unless you seek some sort of thrill, some sort of high, which demonstrates, is the evidence, is the proof that you are not satisfied with your life and that you are miserable. Because I don't understand this. I don't go around, looking at people trying to find their defects and flaws, and I'm poking fun of them. It's like, I don't have the energy, bro. When I walk on the street, I don't look at nobody. When I see people on the street, I go in the opposite direction. I don't have time for this, bro. I don't have the energy for this. This secondhand bullying, this type of bullying from afar, right? Reviewing people. Oh, look at that person's shoes. Ew, wait, what are those? And I'm like, bro, shut up. Shut up, you loser. Right? I don't understand this. Right? Some people are unfortunate. Right? Some people just, are goofy. So what? Right? So what? Why is this so interesting to most people? All right. So I'm sitting at this bar trying to enjoy my drink, and here are these two middle-aged losers. I don't know, just how do I describe this phenomenon? It's almost like this high school giggling, like, right? This high school, right? Look at that, she has a fat ass. Look at that guy, he's weird. like, what is the appropriate word to use for this activity? Like some goofy shit, right? Secondhand bullying. This bad mouthing from afar, appraising people, making fun of their defects and flaws. If it doesn't matter if they are physical or otherwise, they just have to poke fun at people. Because I guess they're miserable people. The ones who do this are truly miserable people, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these two middle-aged losers, giggling like schoolgirls, right? And I'm just like, bro, like I was so exhausted just looking at them. I don't understand how people have this energy, bro. Like, I don't have the stamina for this. This is some lame shit, right? I don't have the energy for this. Making fun of people, engaging in these stupid ass back and forths about nothing, right? And of course, the main objective here, the result is that the people who bully, from, secondhand bullying, the people that do this, I guess they get a sense of superiority, or they have this notion that they're well off, that they're better than the people they criticize, right? For no fucking reason, right? There's no motivation to do this other than you basically inject yourself with the psychological drug or illusion that, that person's fat, that person's ugly, that person's poor. I'm none of those. I'm better. I'm superior. I guess they basically jerk themselves off psychologically. I guess this is what it is, right? Right? They assume that because they criticize others on their defects, they themselves are immune to it. Or because they point out the defects, the shortcomings in others, they imagine that they themselves do not suffer from the same, shortcomings, which isn't true. And this is what I told these people. I told them, you know what? While you're engaging in this, while you're laughing at others for no reason, let me tell you, others are doing the same thing. Others are laughing at you for no reason whatsoever. So you basically should hold hands because you're a bunch of losers. Okay? Right? If you laugh at other people for no reason whatsoever because you're an empty shell of a person, let me tell you, other empty shells are doing the same thing at your expense, right? All right? And all of this is proof, irrefutable proof, that a lot of people are absolutely bored with themselves, with their lives, and it proves that most people are so vicious, so mean, so filled with malice, that only some dumb ignoramus that doesn't have to worry about food, that doesn't have to worry about anything, only such a person has the time, the energy, whatever, to engage in this. It's so sickening. It's so pathetic. This is the word. Exactly. This is the word that I would use to describe this. The people who do this, they're so pathetic on a monumental level, because I was sitting at this bar with my beer and I was looking at these two middle-aged dudes and I was like, bro, what happened to you? Right? 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 These are the same people who binge watch, failed compilations that are 10 hours long because they need to giggle. They need a laugh. They need to be titillated by the flaws of others, by the mistakes of others, or for no reason whatsoever, And I guess this is my diagnosis, that people who engage in this, they are empty on the inside, even though they might have way more than you have, in terms of material wealth. They're so barren. They're such a wasteland on the inside that they have to poke fun at somebody else because it's entertaining and because it produces the illusion and delusion that they are not, like everybody else, that they are superior somehow, right? Right. Which is, of course, false. Okay. It's so pathetic. It's shameful, embarrassing. Right? When I was trying to enjoy my drink, I was embarrassed for these two dudes who did this, and I'm seeing, this is not the only example. I see this on a regular basis, and I'm not impressed. I'm not interested in something like this. When I see adults do this stupid shit, just talking shit about other people for no reason whatsoever, basically poking fun at strangers because they're a bunch of losers themselves. I don't understand this. I do not have the energy to even entertain this, let alone participate. Right? I was just sitting there like, golly, do you understand that these people have families, they have children, they have responsible jobs, and they behave like this? What is the cause of something like this? What is the underlying, right? What is the underlying motivation other than that they are pathetic empty shells, who have to bully others from afar to feel better about themselves. And I guess this is it, right? I guess this is it. They have to feel better about themselves, so they poke fun and bring attention to the defects of others to feel better about themselves. That's how pathetic they are. Right? Right? Not that I'm superior or better than anybody, but I rarely, when I was way younger, even then, I rarely did this because it's I don't know. I guess I never had a tendency for this, right? But I have been, the subject of this kind of thing, being bullied from afar, being laughed at from afar, and you don't want to be in those shoes. So I guess I kind of had this sympathy, because when I see somebody that's being laughed at from afar, I kind of see myself. I understand what it's like to be in those shoes, and I refuse to engage in something like this because it's pathetic. It's sad. Only a sad, pathetic loser would do this, right? The fact that somebody has the energy, that somebody has the mental prowess to engage in something as lame as this. Oh boy. Can you imagine just how fucking barren they are on the inside? On the inside, they are nothing. There is nothing on the inside of these people. They have no internal resources. They cannot rely on anything. They cannot be dependent on anything of theirs because they have nothing. And in order to to make themselves feel better, they have to laugh at others from afar And because it titillates them just right. It tickles them just right. What a pathetic loser you have to be to do this, right? I mean, it's abysmal, the kind of void that you would have to have in your heart, right? Right? And think about this, and I'll end it. Only somebody that's unaware, unconscious, that has no conscience, right? The people who do this do not know what it's like to be in those shoes. They do not know how hurtful it is to be in those shoes. I know how it's like to be in those shoes. You probably know what it's like to be in those shoes. And that is why we do not do what these fucking losers do. They have no self-awareness. They have no perception of the hurt they are, they are applying to others, right? A bunch of psychopaths, sociopaths, I don't know, right? But that's about it. If you want to support your boy, if you love this content, I got a few books on Amazon. The link will be down below. Thanks for watching. And, I think it's a good thing not to be like everybody else. It's a good thing not to behave like everybody else. The majority is always wrong. And, when people get together, they tend to adopt, the hive mind, the insect mind, the sheep mentality, right? And I think it's better to be an individual by yourself, But anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See ya.